Hi guys, welcome back. Hope everyone out there in the world is lovely. So lately I've been thinking a lot about PTSD and how to deal with it, and anxiety and how to deal with it, especially because the last couple of days I've gone back to yoga, and I feel like a lot of yogis believe that, anxiety can be relieved with yoga, and I'm not denying that. I definitely think yoga is beneficial. Personally, I have not been able to get to a point where if I'm attacked or having like a flashback, that I can bring myself back to my breath. Like, that's really hard for me. I have not been successful at doing that at all. But I've been thinking a lot about, because I was watching, so like I expose myself to a lot of things that most people don't. And so like as a vegan, I've seen a lot of documentaries about how the meat and dairy industry works, and I've seen a lot of slaughterhouse footage, and I expose myself to it often, and I do it because it makes me feel good when I see activists like Direct Action Everywhere, this group of people on Instagram. They're fighting the law because legally you have the right to rescue. It's in the law. If you see an animal suffering, you have the right to rescue. So people are going into slaughterhouses, breaking in and stealing animals that are being abused, and they're being persecuted for it, and they're activists, and this is what they're doing. And so I see the footage that they put up, and it makes me feel good that people are fighting towards this massive injustice. But on the other side of that, I also expose myself to a lot more of the horrible images or the horrible things that are done to animals, like in animal testing and things. Like, I see it on Instagram when I'm scrolling through my Instagram feed. And I hadn't really thought about it too much to this point, because until yesterday when I was watching this video from Earthling Ed, and he's an activist, and he was talking to someone on his podcast about, I think she was a photojournalist or something, or I'm not even sure exactly what she did, but he was talking to her, and she mentioned how she had to be treated for PTSD because the first thing she would see in her head in the morning would be like a pig in a whelping pen. So I never really like for me, like, I really wish I could be involved in more activism, and I'm actually I have it planned. Like, I'm gonna go in LA. They have this thing called the pig vigil, and what you do is so like factory farm pigs are grown like in pens, basically. They don't have a field to run in or anything like that. They're raised in, they call it harvest. So they're raised in a pen. The pen is so small they can't even turn around. They stand in their own shit. Somebody comes by with an electric prod several times a day and shocks the shit out of them, so they stand up so they don't get atrophy in their legs. Their teeth are cut off, their tails are cut off when they're little babies, and they're just horribly abused. In fact, when the mama pig has babies and all her little babies are there, and she's so small and she doesn't have much room, oftentimes she'll crush one. And so there'll be a baby off to the side, and the people will come by and just like bash it against the ground and smash its head, like right in front of the mom pig. So they have a horrible, horrible life from like the minute they're born until they go to slaughter. And so they're never shown any love or any affection or anything like that. So there's a very peaceful protest where you go in LA, and you go and you give water to the pigs before they are sent to slaughter. And the idea is that you're showing them love. They've never known any love their entire lives. And I really want to go. But because of the stress that I already have and like my mental ability, like I'm scared to do it. But I'm gonna do it. I already decided I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna go Saturday, and I already set up counseling for like the following day or day after, so that I can like, talk it out. But it's happening. So maybe I'll take some footage from that and show you guys. But yeah, you can read up on it. There's a really cool article about it in the LA Times. But anyway, hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.